Idaho Housing and Finance is warning about the depletion of emergency rental funds. IHFA says that their ERA program could run dry in about a month. The federal government enacted the Emergency Rental Fund program back in December 2020 to help combat financial hardships that were being caused by the coronavirus pandemic. But the need for that assistance is still growing. KTVB's Andrew Bartline talked with Idaho Housing and Finance today. And Andrew, how will this impact people who really need their services?
Well, Idaho Housing and Finance says their application for the ERA funds is going to pause Thursday at noon. Their ERA program spans the entire state with just the exception of Ada County. Now, since May 2020, IHFA says they have distributed more than $81 million to Idahoans in need of rental assistance. That's helped 24,000 families in total. The federal government allocates these funds state by state, and most recently, Idaho received more than $53 million from the feds. However, the state legislature only granted $38 million of that to be distributed to IHFA. IHFA then distributes that to the families. There's more than $15 million in that account to be used for future ERA funds. The legislature must approve it first, however. IHFA expects their current funding to run out in a month. So now this week is the last week to apply.
We're still processing those applications, and we will continue to do so until the funding runs out.
What do you notice about the needs of Idahoans?
Well, there's clearly need in Idaho. I mean, clearly, that hasn't changed. You know, our goal and our mission all along since May of 2020, when we started doing this, has just been to help ease the burden on renters and other households who are facing homelessness and other housing challenges.
The decision to allocate these remaining ERA funds to Housing and Finance for distribution, I said, is up to the legislature. Housing and Finance said it would allow them to keep the application open longer and continue offering rental assistance to eligible applicants several more months into 2023. Governor Brad Little supports funding this program. KTVB confirmed that today with his office through an email. The approval and rollout of these funds would entirely depend on the state legislature in the upcoming legislative session that starts in early January. On the news at 10, we get in touch with Boise City and Ada County Housing Authority. They oversee these ERA funds specifically to Ada County. They share their timeline on how long their funds last, what their situation looks like, and some numbers that really put the growing need into perspective.
Looking forward to your report tonight on the news at 10. A lot of people interested in this very important program. Andrew, we'll see you at 10. Thanks so much.